Alex from WMD here to crush up some drums with the WMD Compressor. This is the beat with no compression at all. Notice that the threshold knob is all the way up and the ratio is all the way down at 1:1. As we start to decrease the threshold and bring up the ratio, you should start to notice some very subtle differences in the sound, and mellow compression will start to be apparent. The more we decrease the threshold, the more apparent the sound of the compressor will be, and we will have to start to compensate for gain reduction with the makeup gain knob. The blue LED indicates that the compressor is active. As the ratio increases and the threshold decreases, the beat starts to sound flatter, and the signal will start to get saturated from hitting the threshold. This is the sound of what we call smashing the drums. Here, as we back off from both the threshold and the ratio knobs to find a sweet spot where the groove starts to sound alive again. Here we are switching between manual and automatic attack and release modes. You can use the attack and release knobs to adjust the sound manually, or have the compressor respond automatically by analyzing the input signal. Now let's check out the detection modes. We've been listening to the adapt mode. Here's what peak sounds like. It's a much faster response and gets a bit harsh. And now RMS. It's much slower and tends to sound a bit smoother. Here's input saturation. The saturation circuit of the input is very mellow sounding and gives a bit of analog sounding warmth and depth to the sound. The output saturation is a bit more intense and will almost break up a bit when it's pushed. Finding a sweet spot between these will help your mixes taste sweet like apple pie. Expand mode is basically the opposite of compression. Instead of decreasing the signal at the threshold, expand mode adds gain for every dB of signal that crosses the threshold. This can create a pretty cool effect. Adjust the attack and release knobs as well as the dry wet mix and saturation circuits to add some punch to your drums.